And joining me now, John Podesta, the Hillary Clinton campaign chairman. He also previously served as Bill Clinton's chief of staff and as a counselor to President Obama. John, we very much appreciate the time this morning. Want to take you back, though, one day. It was a day that began with plenty of chaos but ended with a standing ovation for Bernie Sanders. So let's start with the former candidate himself. There was a lot of concern, a sense of the unknown as to how he might bridge the gap between his followers and those of Hillary Clinton. Do you think he did enough?
He was great. He gave a very full-throated endorsement to Hillary Clinton, and I think that it followed on the endorsement he gave in New Hampshire. And I think he really made the case that she was the right person, that she would be a strong progressive president, and the contrast to Donald Trump couldn't be starker. So he did what he needed to do, talking directly to his supporters. There was a lot of feeling and emotion in the hall throughout the day and into the night, but I think that Senator Sanders was, did a great job of raising the stakes, telling people what was at stake, and moving forward.
Interestingly, the commentariat perhaps thought it was too much about Bernie Sanders, not enough about Hillary Clinton. But I know just earlier today you said that in part the campaign had looked to honor Bernie Sanders last night.
Well, I think he brought something special into this nominating process. I think he fired up a lot of people around the country. He's been doing that for a very long time. His message, really caught on. I've known him for many, many years. And I think that his argument about creating a more inclusive economy is at the heart of our campaign. We need to make sure that people succeed and not just those at the very top. He brought real passion to that question of income inequality and expanding our democracy. So, he's been saying those things for a long time, but they caught on in this campaign, and we wanted to honor that.
And, John, because this is a four-day exercise in optics and crafting a narrative, telling a story, it seemed that even with the powerhouse list of speakers last night, the real inflection point came from the First Lady, Michelle Obama.
She was tremendous. I think she, as an alumni of the Obama White House as well as the Clinton White House, I couldn't have been happier with her speech. It was just so passionate the way Michelle can be. I think she talked about being a role model for the country, as she and President Obama have done. And again, it was an implicit contrast. She didn't use Trump's name, but I think she really kind of knocked him to the curb. And I think set the stage for what is really going to be an historic night tonight when we nominate the first woman president to lead a major party ticket in this historic city that was the birthplace of the world's oldest democracy.
The controversy surrounding the DNC email hack perhaps lingers then on the fringe. Is the campaign, if nothing else, are you concerned in the release of the emails in question? It was promised that this was part one. Are you concerned about perhaps what's still to come?
When you're dealing with a foreign military intelligence service, as most of the experts seem to have concluded did the hack, you never know what's coming next. You never even know whether what they're putting out is real. But I think what we need to do is stay focused. That's what we've done during this entire campaign. This isn't about the Russians are hacking. This is about changing and improving conditions for the American people, building that strong, inclusive economy. So that's what we're going to talk about. Tonight, we're going to get to hear from President Clinton and a lot of people whose lives that Hillary has touched before she was in politics, when she was First Lady of Arkansas, First Lady of the United States, and, of course, as Senator and Secretary of State. She's been making good things happen for people for a very long time. She cares about kids and families. That's what you're here tonight, and that's what we want to stay focused on.
And again, as we do see the first woman nominated at the top of a major party in history, again, you mentioned that we will hear from her husband, a potential first gentleman in Bill Clinton. What can we expect from him tonight?
Well, look, I think no one can really tell the story of her life better than he can. They've kind of lived it together, but he knows her, again, from the day she left law school, fighting for kids with disabilities to get into school, fighting for juveniles who are housed with adults in prisons in South Carolina, fighting to desegregate schools in the South, all the way up through her time as First Lady, expanding health care for children, as a U.S. Senator in the wake of the attacks of 9/11, providing the kind of care that people needed. He can tell that story like no one else, and he's a great narrator, as you know.
After quite a night, John Podesta, again, chair of the Clinton campaign, we appreciate the time today.